Hey guys, Ali here. How are you doing? Welcome back to a Layman's Insight and another episode of Disco Elysium. Now obviously yesterday, or whatever was it? Yesterday? I don't quite know when this video is going to come out in the day, so it might have been earlier today. But I was a little confused a little bit lost as far as like which direction I was supposed to be going in with the game right now. So I obviously had a sleep. And woke up this morning and it kind of dawned on me that there are a number of seemingly like side characters that I've maybe only talked to once that I haven't explored all of their conversation trees. For example, I remember us talking some time ago to a group of 3 guys. It was the day that we discovered the phone box for the first time, and I had a bit of fun with that. There was 3 guys. One of them was like a raging alcoholic, one of them was a drug dealer, and one of them was lying in a tube or something. A crazy person saying, "Don't phone whatever her name was." And I never really pursued conversations with them much. If anything, I've left a lot of options open there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be exploring a little bit in this episode. I'm going to be going around the map and just looking at things I haven't looked at yet, and just trying to, you know, find avenues to make experience and have more quests to complete to earn that experience and level up my guy, or at least his attributes anyway, and see if I can, you know, progress further without trying to spearhead the main campaign so much, the main objective so much. So I think what we'll start off by doing is I'm going to head towards the fishing village because it's probably the newest place. I think the Martinez, whatever this place is called again. What's it called? Martinez Waterfront is. I think I've explored everything I can think of in here, including the people in it. I might be wrong about that, but yeah, I mean, I still need to find the lady driver, and I still need to find a way to figure out who the hell was sexually assaulted by the guy who was lynched. And I like, obviously, Titus knows that. Titus knows this, but he's not telling me. I don't have the authority to kind of make him tell me. So maybe I should focus on getting, experience points to make sure that, I can force him to tell me. I mean, obviously I tried to force him before, I failed the check. I then made a complete cock of myself in the cafeteria, pretending to want to kill myself and whatever, and it really went pear-shaped, but thankfully, Kim had my back. But that's not always going to be the case. I don't think, when it comes to being able to have opportunities to pursue those aspects of the game, because some of these checks are not really doable, and that's something I've not really kept in my head very much throughout the playthrough. So when I woke up this morning I thought, right, today I'm going to see who I have talked to already but haven't really talked to already, if that makes any sense. Wait, have I been in here? Have I ever seen this place before? What? What's in here? Oh yeah, I've been in here. Yeah, I've been in here already. But yeah, like when I finished editing and stuff yesterday to upload the videos, I was kind of disappointed in myself, if I'm honest, with that last episode, because I don't feel like, I mean, I made some progress. I mean, I found the Sunday friend guy, and you know, managed to start a new quest on trying to hack into some aircraft's system, which I'll need Suna to help me with. But yeah, I mean, there wasn't much else than that. So I'm gonna try and make more progress today, I think. Oh yeah, this is the bottom. Oh yeah, I remember this place from when we first came to the fishing village. We're kind of taking the long way, I guess. Taking the long way. Oh yeah, there's her face there. Now, hold on. Now this is an example. Here, we talked to her to try and get her to sign the paperwork and she refused. And I also failed the check to convince her to sign. However, the voice in our head said, we need to go into our shack to try and force her to sign. So, let's see here. Inventory, items. White envelope. Yeah, this has the paperwork in here that I need. I can interact with this.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum. Underneath all this, Lillian's signature and an empty line waiting for a signee.
Okay, we've not done this before, so I'm going to find out that some of the more honestly, I probably should have done this before I approached them to sign it, to be honest. Because it's possible that I wouldn't have failed the check with her if I had more information to actually argue with. Oh, I better. There we go. Let's look at the zoning plan.
The youth center cuts into the ocean like the bow of some great modern ship. Apparently, it's going to cover most, if not all, of the street and the square between the existing houses. It's 3 stories tall.
Wow, holy crap, that's quite big.
It's going to be awfully close to the already existing buildings, almost wall to wall, practically integrating them into the youth center.
Sounds like a small gentrification project. Kim, what do you think of this?
I'm no property lawyer, but it looks fine. I like the print size. They're not selling or leasing anything. It's not a perfect solution, but...
He shrugs.
How else are you going to build something? It's always inconvenient to build things, and citizens inevitably have disagreements over such construction projects. But there's no other way.
Okay, let's use some logic here. 92%. Okay, I've got a good chance there. So let's try and find a loophole in the deal.
There is no loophole.
Oh.
The simple truth is, the current residents are going to lose their street access, and for the next 12 to 14 months, their lives will be dominated by constant construction noise right next door.
Wait, okay. Wait, what are the ramifications of this?
Once the construction starts, it will probably take a few months, a year maybe, for even the most stubborn occupants to get tired of living like this. After that, they'll sell their property for cheap and move out.
Okay. Look, Kim, these people are going to have to move away because of the noise. The noise will be tough in the villagers, but I guess that's just the cost of progress. Okay, I'm going to talk to Kim here.
Of course, I should have seen it.
The lieutenant frowns and reads over the document again.
Evrard probably has eyes on us, but if the second signature were to be somehow wrong...
Wrong? But he's looking for her signature specifically. Oh, wait! Unless he doesn't know what her signature looks like, and that might be why I had to go to my shack? Are you saying... Nah.
He won't say it outright, but he suggests
He is.
forgery.
You're suggesting...
Forgery, yes. It would render the document invalid.
Oh. That would make me a bad, bad man. Alright, hold on. I don't remember how bad my check was. That's illegal. I expected more from you, Kim.
I am not sure whether working with Evrard is particularly ethical either.
That's true.
Understand and respect your position.
He looks off to the side, deep in thought. Okay, put the documents away. Alright, hold on. What was the check?
Our tenant, the policeman.
Locked.
I
Okay.
hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What
I'm
can
so
I help
far.
you with?
Oh, I could totally forge it. Because we're going to be a while away from an experience point, and I wouldn't mind handing this mission into Everard, especially if he gets me my gun back. I mean, I've been wanting this damn thing for a while. Then I can use it to point to Titus and go, hey, you, tell me who was sexually assaulted that night, and then he might tell me. Alright, okay. Okay. I'm going to choose the other...
An intricate web.
Oh no, crap. Put the photo away. Is this I want to interact with here?
Take the legal The youth center cuts into the ocean. The youth center cuts into the ocean like the bow of some great modern ship.
Right, hold on. Right, let me think here. I was advised to go into my shack. So this is my shack. If I open the paperwork in here, is this why I need to be in here? So that nobody sees me forge a signature? And then when the building starts, people are going to get pissed at me, aren't they? I already tried talking to Lillian again. Okay, let's try it.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum. Underneath all this, the youth center cuts into the ocean like the bow of some great... The youth center.
Damn, did I wreck my chance to do it? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna be a save scummer here. I'm gonna reload my game.
It would render the document invalid.
It would render the document invalid. Oh, okay. So if I were to forge this, mail it in, it was found to be a forgery, that means I will have fulfilled what I need to do to get Everard off my back, because his spies will have seen me deliver the paperwork, so then he will help me to get my gun. And then when that paperwork is processed, it'll be invalid, and then he won't be able to build, right? That's a win-win right there. Let's do this.
It's not the sort of act I would normally encourage, but under the circumstances, if done discreetly, it may be the only way to save what's left of the village.
Okay.
Or you could try to trick Everard. Get someone random to sign the document.
Oh.
By the time the union boss finds out, your business here will already be concluded.
Okay, so I have another option here, interfacing. 3%? Everard's people could be watching you. And this is why I need to go indoors. Okay, put the document back. Close this. Let's see here. Find someone to sign the documents instead of the intended signees. Forge the signatures, but somewhere private where you feel safe enough to sleep. That would be... Oh my god, okay. It's staring me in the face. I feel so stupid. I'm gonna go in here. And then we'll whip out our paperwork again. I keep going to the wrong icon for that. Here we go. Interact.
Take the legal documents
yes!
out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum. Underneath all this, Lillian's signature and an empty line waiting for a signee. Okay, so I've got 83% chance, a high chance of this, but I can't retry it if I get it wrong. So I'm gonna do it. With a confident flourish, you complete your forgery. What do you see on the signature line? I only have one choice, Isabel Sadi. Indeed. To be honest, it does look very convincing. Ooh. The calligraphy is close to superb. It might as well be her actual signature. Yeah, nobody's gonna think like a drunk waster man's gonna have tidy handwriting, right? But it's not. And the document will be nullified if she disputes it. That means Everard will have to start over. I don't care about that. I think he's been a bad man. All you need to do now is mail the signatures to Everard's accountant in La Delta. Okay, so that means mailbox. Mailbox, there's a mailbox, I think, outside the cafeteria, I think. Yeah, in the plaza. I'm assuming that's the same thing, right? So we'll quick travel there, we'll hand this in. And then I can go to Everard again and we can make some progress. Yes!
Feels so good to make progress. Alright, so, yeah, quick travel. Travel here. Somewhere over here, right? There it is. Okay, let's post this letter away.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito, bullet holes, and an RCM sticker.
I knew we'd use this mailbox for something.
Yes, for sending mail.
Kim is on the ball today. Drop the white envelope into the mailbox.
You drop the white envelope in the darkness. It lands with a soft thud on what sounds like a couple of letters. About a week's worth of mail as collected in there. They'll empty this very soon.
Oh, goody.
Probably did the right thing. You can't trust that slut Everard.
Yeah.
You know he's going to play you somehow.
Yeah. Plus, at least I got one of the signatures, and I guess that kind of, you know, because the two handwriting styles will be different, it won't look so easily forged. But all it takes is for Isabel to contest it, as it said earlier, and Everard's plans are toast.
Alright, let's go back to Everard.
Yes.
If we don't mention anything to him, he won't know before it's too late.
I'm not going to say fuck your mailbox because I love the mailbox right now. Leave. Right, let's head to the harbour and talk to Everard. I'm going to heal myself here. Heal my morale. I kind of feel like I'm wasting them. I mean, it's 8 o'clock at night. I'm going to be going to bed soon. And when you sleep, your health and your morale heal, right? I guess we could talk to Leo again and let him know that we've stopped the special borscht from getting to the lads.
Oh, hey, mister. I'm not gonna bother you with a long greeting, just like we talked about before. I know you're probably a busy man being an important police officer and all, and personally, I think the more people keeping the peace, the better.
Indeed. What's in that container over there? Yeah, what is in that container over
Oh,
there?
that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Alright.
Told you.
Ah, Kim. Show off. I'm off. Okay, let's go and deliver the quotation marks good news to Everard. To let him know that his building project is underway. Well, at least the preparations for it. Typing away. Oh no, he's still in the office. That's good. I thought we might have been a little bit late because of the time. He's burning the 8 o'clock oil.
Mr. Dubois, every worker
is a living god. Is an organ in the great state organism of war. For himself. A member of the board.
That's right, Mr. Dubois.
Okay.
I see the socialist democratic fervor now burns in your heart too. How can I help you today?
It's done. I mailed the signatures you asked me to mail. I did it. I turned it off. I forgot what that was. But okay, we'll do this.
The golden boy returns once more. Wonderful. Simply wonderful, Harry. Of course. I already knew this. My friend, the mailman, confirms the letter is on its way. You've done a great thing today. You've given the children of Martinez a real future, Harry, and I feel I can finally trust you now.
Good.
You're in my inner circle. You too, Mr. Kitsuragi. We can talk about anything. The strike, the murder, your lost gun, nothing is off the table.
Are you serious? Okay. That actually opened more doors than I thought it would.
Forging that signature really paid off.
Shh, don't tell him. God damn it.
Well done, sire. By guile and deceit, you're in.
Oh, okay. Did you order the hangman killed?
I did not, Harry. Although I am very, very glad he's dead.
What do you gain from him being dead?
Why, a war, of course.
He said that as if it's a normal thing to say.
And what do you have to gain from a war?
Everything.
Victory, Mr. Kitsuragi. I have victory to gain. We are going to start a war with the Wild Pines group and win before they even realize there is a war.
Oh. That sounds like something I should tell Joyce, right? They're trained military people. Aren't you afraid for your men?
Harry, we outnumber them 1,500 to 1.
Holy crap.
And that's just Martinez. With all the unions in Revachol, and with public opinion on our side, we can hold off 2 men, or 15 men, or even 50 men.
Okay, but you forget one thing. Sparta was a thing, right? What's to say that these guys are not the modern day Spartans? Nah, I'm just joking, that's probably not likely.
The more they send, the worse it's going to look for them. They made a huge mistake hiring those guys. No one likes foreign mercenaries. The leftists hate them, the fascists hate them, even the moralists think they're in bad taste.
So he's playing the optics game. That's what he's doing here. And obviously the sacrifices that have to be made apparently have to be made. How is this connected to the strike?
Harry, there is no strike, only war. Class war. Or, in business terms, a dawn raid. Or wait. Is that when you still pay them something? Because we won't do that. We're not going to give nothing. We're going to take Terminal B away from them. The roads, the gates, the containers, that big crane, even the damn coffee maker. We're going to take all of it for the people, and fuck Wild Pines.
Just to clarify, we're not going to give nothing is a double negative. It's not very showing of an intelligent person. Also means you're going to give something. So, just saying.
The word fuck rings like a gunshot from his mouth. He doesn't swear often.
Yeah, he's showing his colours now. Now that he has, again, in quotation marks, he's gotten what he wants regarding the building project.
So that's why you haven't let Joyce in?
Yes. It's also why I let that midget Gaumont go. He's too nice. I can't put him through this. Plus, he knows how to get in here. That woman can't tell her tits from her asshole. She has no chance.
Whoa! What an expression. I like that. Why you tell me your plans?
Because we're friends, Harry. Besides, it doesn't matter now. You can go tell her if you want. It won't change the course of events. We have a significant head start.
I guess that there's not really much I can do about it now, but I can at least warn her so they can do like, you know, perhaps call the whole thing off, give up, minimize their losses. I think that's a fair thing to do.
It's already happening.
How many of you guys are there in the Union?
2,372. Plus yours truly, of course.
And you count for 4 people, right? Because you're so big. Okay.
2,373 is a sizable contingent for a labor organization in Revachol.
To a degree, having a workforce that big also kind of creates a situation where it can self-police. Well, can, I guess, but where it will self-police itself because you'll have so many differing views. But the main view will be that of the boss, and anybody who steps out of line will have the pressure of everybody else who doesn't, which will be the majority, to kind of get them to cease sense, so to speak. You know? At least that's usually how this kind of thing works. How are you going to fund your new independent harbour?
Oh, you mean what sort of goods are going to be flowing through? How am I going to replace all the contacts we'll lose once the poo-poo hits the fan?
Poo-poo.
The clients who'll ditch us? Harry, we've thought of everything.
You're so smart. Tell me more.
Clients would take a well-known multinational conglomerate over a local mobster any day.
Okay. Everything? I'll just say everything.
We've been running back channel negotiations with all the major clients. I think the company will be unpleasantly surprised to see how many of them stay loyal to Martinez and to the new competitive contracts we can offer. With renewed zeal sparked by communal ownership, the men will be shipping those containers double time. You'll be surprised to see how fast things go without parasites latching on. We'll have our hands free to pursue bold, exotic new revenue streams.
Okay, whilst I don't agree with probably what those revenue streams are going to be, he has a point. And I guess that's where like the typical capitalist model falls in its face. The motivation does not come very easily, and a lot of it is often made of false promises anyway. Communism, or socialism, more specifically communism anyway, I believe has one of the main mechanisms within its economy is the communal ownership of over the means of production. Which means if the machine is running well, everybody is benefiting from that. Everybody experiences some element of wealth from that, which you do not see in a typical capitalist model. So he has a very good point there. However, I don't necessarily agree with the exotic new revenue streams, guys. I can't help but think it'll be shady drugs and stuff.
That's drugs.
Yeah, holy crap, I was right. Probably.
Drug trafficking.
Drug trafficking? Don't be stupid, Mr. Kitsuragi. There are perfectly legal, 100% ethical chemical factories on the Samaran Isola. You don't need to be colonialist about it. All they do is produce components to keep the pharmaceutical industry running. That's people's health we're talking about. Old grannies, little babes, people with disabilities.
People with weight problems. Sorry, cough, cough, cough. Let's see here. That's just the top of the iceberg though, isn't it?
The company thinks transporting these chemicals in bulk looks bad, has bad optics, may be illegal in some countries. The Debarders Union, however, we're all about the large volume column.
Alright, okay.
We're gonna transport the living daylights out of those materials, Harry. So your sick kid can get his benefit, and your wacky uncle doesn't have to come off risperazole.
I have to say, I really like that line. We're going to transport the living daylights out of those materials. It sounds like quite an exaggeration. Like I used to work with somebody when I worked in a video game retailer store in the UK. He used to say things like, "Oh, I'm going to eat the shit out of that hot dog." It's like, oh, okay. You know, at least remember to chew it. You know, don't go too far overboard. You know. Oh man, I just love those kind of the energy in such a simple act. Brilliant.
And the kids on the street can get speed and pyrrolidon.
Oh, Kuno's gonna get even more high than he already is. That guy's gonna be a blob of mucus by the time he's 20.
I'm an old-fashioned guy, Mr. Kitsuragi. I sometimes grab a beer with the boys, but I have no idea about the things you just mentioned.
Ah, so you're smart but dumb. Yeah, I don't believe that. I'm sorry.
But if I were to supply ingredients for some sort of rainbow party, I would make sure the Union took a fantastic share. And I'd keep that stuff far away from Martinez.
Let's see here. Interesting stuff. I just want to solve this murder, okay? I mean, come on. I mean, one large issue at a time on the desk of a police officer, right? Especially a detective like me.
You know why you're such a good detective, Harry. You don't get sidetracked.
Exactly.
You care about the people you're supposed to protect, not some systems that may or may not be unethical.
Well, actually, on a personal level, I kind of care about both, but I don't think the game gives me that option, so, you know.
Anyway, let's not focus on the sensationalism of the drug trade. This hypothetical drug trade is all anyone ever seems to be interested in. It would only be a small part of the harbour's turnover, just like the harbour is, but a small part of Martinez.
Go on.
Let's look at the big picture. Martinez as a whole. There are little girls out there with dreams of making music. Young mothers who want to start businesses. Models who want to walk catwalks and steel welders who want to weld steel.
Okay, right, okay.
I'm gonna unite them all into one economic body. We're gonna incorporate this place to Kingdom Come. Everyone's gonna be in on the wealth, and everyone's gonna pull their weight.
You know, there is a certain logic to this man and this plan. If there's any way that you're going to poke holes and essentially show the weaknesses within an existing system, you have to exploit those weaknesses to actually affect any kind of change. Now, whilst I definitely believe that it's not a selfless act on his part to do this, because he'll definitely be probably profiting from it more so than anybody else. I think he's maybe going about it the right way, but just not quite using the right tools for the job. Let's see. Well, I mean, if the word incorporate in it, then I like it. I'm a money guy. That's very ambitious. I love what you're doing for the working man. I can't disagree with that, really. I just, you know, ends and means. You know, they don't always, the ends are not always justified by the means here. I'm not feeling a whole lot of Revachol here. Not enough flags or kings. Honestly, it's not my place to judge or express an opinion. That is true, I am a police detective. I love what you're doing for the working man. But it's not my place to judge or express an opinion. I mean, I don't want to call myself a YouTuber. I don't really like that term. But as somebody who's making videos, I just essentially judged and expressed an opinion. But from the character's point here, I'd rather just get on with the murder.
Harry, the length you're willing to go to keep your nose clean is remarkable. You will always have a warm bed in Mr. Clare's household, my friend.
It's not your
and
bed.
A special place in the future of Martin A's.
Okay. Can I ask you about specific union members?
We're way past specific union members now. This is the big time. We're talking about the future of Revachol here, Harry.
Alright.
You can bother Leonard with that. He loves to run his mouth on such matters.
Oh, okay.
'Cause I'm in big time mode, Harry.
Big time, no kidding. Look at the size of the guy.
There's something different about him now. He's more vibrant.
Yeah.
More alive in his big time mode.
Can I get my gun now?
Harry, I've got to be honest with you. Your gun was found 2 days ago. Withholding this information weighed heavily on me, but it had to be done.
Fine, where is it?
An old woman has it, and let me tell you, Harry, word on the street is she's a character, so watch out.
Who?
This must be the woman who bought the gun from Roy.
Ah.
The one he described as terrifying.
Really? He said old women, right? So it's not, what's her face? Cindy. I thought it was Cindy. And then I thought it was the little girl, but like who? Well, Roy. He seems wasted most of the time. He probably won't know the difference between a child and a banana. But, yeah, okay, old women. So the gun's still with the woman who bought it from Roy?
Yes, the same one. I see you've done your research. The pawn shop made the gun easy to track. Crazy stuff, Harry. Selling your gun like that? Wild. Anyway...
I wonder why I did that.
The neighbors of this old woman contacted my men because they trust me and the Debardeurs Union. Apparently, she was waving it around at the entrance to her building.
Alright, it could be the old janitor lady, right? Of that, the apartment building.
Waving the gun around doesn't sound good. None of this does.
She's waving it around at people?
As I said, she's a character. I didn't have time for details. It sounds like she's unstable, but don't worry. No one got hurt.
The old lady didn't sound unstable. She just sounded kind of adorable, actually. You know? Maybe this is a different old lady.
It sounds like a very disturbed and desperate individual.
Who is this woman?
Unfortunately, I don't know anymore. You're gonna have to go in blind, Harry. But she's an old lady. How dangerous can she possibly be? Oh, and she calls herself the Pigs.
Right. Oh, okay. Fine. What do you mean anymore? So you knew and now you don't know anymore? What, has she changed her name? Has she dyed her hair? Did she change her outfit? Perhaps grow a beard? I mean, old ladies can do that now, you know. I mean, come on.
I, for one, find it refreshing. Finally, someone calls themselves a pig.
Smile flickers in the corner of his mouth. Kim, you're weird. Can we set up a meeting?
I already have. Tonight, starting 10 o'clock,
Oh.
near the old fish market on the coast. The one on the boardwalk, a little past the fishing village. Be careful, Harry. I would never set you up for anything dangerous, but you did ask for this. Now, back to the fun stuff.
Wow, he's really... okay. He kind of... You know what? That's kind of weird. When I think about the kind of situation he's put me in right now... Has anybody ever seen Saw? Like, and Jigsaw being the, you know, the entity, the main guy who set up the puzzles, the games. He was always very aware of the history, and then obviously when somebody had a history of the victims, the participants in the game, even more so in some cases than the individuals themselves, and of course at some point the individuals would perhaps forget about their history. Especially if it was stuff that was done years ago. Jigsaw would find this out and bring that back up and use that as context for them to be able to prove themselves. He's almost doing the same to me right here, except my life might not be on the line, unless this old lady really is properly unstable. He's like the Jigsaw of Revachol.
More fun stuff. Seems like we already have fun stuff to do.
The signatures I got, I know you plan to force them out with the construction noise.
Harry, by now you should know I would never do anything tricky like that. However, if the construction noise and limited street access makes some people consider moving...
Yeah.
Well, let's just say there'll be freshly renovated buildings near the roundabout where those poor people can finally enjoy a significant uptick in quality of life. I'm talking real affordable workers' palaces.
He proudly spreads his hands to demonstrate the size of the palaces. They're very large.
So the village is doomed.
The lieutenant says grimly.
You were there. You saw the place. A wasteland. There's nothing left. But mark my words, officers. We are going to reset it.
Oh boy.
Reset. I have big plans for Martinez. And they do not include humans living in those pig sheds on the coast. That land will be used for municipal buildings and commerce.
What do you mean?
Harry, imagine a youth centre supermarket church complex. Employing hundreds, no, thousands of people. The coast will be lit up with enterprise and life. All those ruins out there turned into low-income housing.
Okay. That's, no, not a fan.
Harry, enough is enough. We're taking this district back. The war was 50 years ago, for God's sake. It's time to move on.
Youth supermarket church complex. Do you really expect me to believe that?
Yes, I do. I got the centre, I got room for a retail complex, and in 4 years, I'll get the church too. The wheels are already turning, Harry. The wheels of progress. This post-war limbo, I won't stand for it. There are kids practically playing with their own feces out there. It cannot go on.
You know, I'm really glad we forged that signature. I mean, it's not like I want people to live in slums, but I also kind of want people to have the choice. In Isabel's case, however, I would make the exception. There is definitely a rigid value system preservation thing, like motivation going on with her. At least Everard's looking for progress. I just in no way agree with how he's going about doing it. But then again, how else would you do it in such a system, right?
There is true indignation in his voice when he speaks about the state of things, and even a touch of pain. And then there will be a giant statue of him towering above it all.
You don't need a statue, just get him to stand in the plaza, you'll be fine. But, hold on. I knew you were up to something. I won't bother with the statue. It seems like a kind of a superfluous point.
Damn right I'm up to something, Harry. I'm gonna make the working man as rich as Joyce Messier. That's my job. Just like yours is to keep the peace.
Okay.
A true flash of anger in him, as he thinks of her.
What's between them two? I don't know. That's it for now.
Great, Harry, great. I think we have truly built a bridge between Martinez and Jamrock today. We have united the RCM and the Debarders Union.
Suddenly there's sadness in his tone.
This has been so great. I'm sorry we don't have more fun things to do together, but if you ever feel like bouncing something off me, my door is always open.
A few more questions about the harbour?
I'm always happy to
Nah,
educate. Very
nothing
nice,
there.
Harry. Is there anything else?
I did it, Everard. I turned it off. I don't know what. I can't remember what I turned off.
What?
The big man looks confused at you. The shady brew. You told me to make it even shadier. I didn't. It had alcohol in it. Now there's no alcohol.
Did I? Well done then, Harry.
What?
I like not knowing about it, and I'm sure you made the right call. I spend the whole day delegating tasks, and it's a great relief to see people taking initiative. I don't even want to know what all of that means. Brew, shady, alcohol, turned off. I'm going to let the world surprise me.
Well, I think you know what turned off means. Just think of every woman you've ever taken home with you. Anyway, I'm going to leave now, but we might talk again later. Progress! That feels good. How close are we to an experience point now? Oh, you dirty, dirty game. Oh, that's dirty. That's dirty, that is. Alright. Let's get out of Dodge. I think actually we'll end that episode here for now. I think it's a nice sort of organic point to do that. Step out of the container here. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed yourself. If you did, you can always hit that like button, and if you want to stick around for this or whatever else I cover in the future, make sure to subscribe as well. For now though, take care, and I will catch you in the next episode.